Hey Peter, my name is Chris, and in this video, I'm going to be showing you three things that you could be doing today to bring more customers into your business. Now, I know you're probably sitting there asking yourself, why would I be making this for you and what's in it for me? Well, the answer to that is oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation that they have with hiring someone is that they don't know who is and who isn't an expert. And sadly, yes, there are companies out there that will talk a big talk and not follow through with what they're telling you. But I found that by giving people a free attack plan of actual things they could do to impact their business has resulted in some of those local business owners still asking for my help with this. So by the end of this video, you've liked what you heard, and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that could truly help you in your business. Shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if at the end of this video you simply want to take this free attack plan I gave and do it to yourself, that works for me too. So now let me show you the three things that's going to set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. And the first thing I'm going to go over with you today is content. But first off, looking at your website, first thing I noticed was your logo, and I really like the logo. The website's clean, it's easy to access, and it doesn't look too bad, right? But the one thing it's lacking, content. See, page content is made up of the words, images, and text behind the images called alt text that make up a certain page of your site. You guys need at least 1,500 words to be properly optimized with Google, and this is also going to give you a lot more opportunity to fill in with some of the buyer intent keywords that you're trying to rank and get traffic for. What a buyer intent keyword is a word or phrase searched into Google that indicates the person is ready to buy a product or service. In this case, obviously, we're talking about HVAC and plumbing. Now, when you think about content, though, why do you think Wikipedia is always at the top when you look for a topic? Because they have the most relevant and the most authoritative content, and Google rewards them for it. Google also has bots that will sweep your page and look to see if you're the best match with whatever's being searched. And this is another reason why content is king and the easiest and fastest way to rank. So if we compare, and I have a couple different websites to compare you to today, because one, Master Plumbers of North Carolina, they also do heating and cooling, but they're mainly plumbing based. And the other one would be Air Treatment North Carolina, and they're mainly HVAC based. So I wanted to go over both of these websites with you. And as you can see, in the Air Treatment North Carolina, they have a decent amount of content. It's okay, maybe about 600, 700 words max. But this isn't even optimized. This isn't what you want, and it's going to be that much easier to take it over. The same thing goes with Master Plumbers of North Carolina. They have a little bit more, but still not a lot at all, right? And this is going to make it, like I said, so easy to take over because Google is looking at content to see who has more authority, who knows more about the topic, and who's going to give more value. Now, the second and very important thing when it comes to optimizing your online presence are backlinks. What a backlink is simply another site linking to yours through there, either through a text or an image. And to show you a little bit more about that, I'm going to be going into a tool I use called Ahrefs. This gives you the breakdown of the performance of your website in a lot of different areas. Now, this would be a good example of a backlink. So if I clicked on this, brought me up to your website, that's how a backlink works. There are two different types of backlinks. There are do follow links and there are do not follow links. The do follow links, which as you can see is a little less than about a third of your backlink portfolio, are the only ones that actually count because those are the ones that actually push power to your website. And this is how it gives your website more authority. Now, a couple other things about backlinks real quick. They're not all created equal. You want websites that are powerful linking to you to show Google that you are the authority. Google sees it just like a popularity contest. You also want them to be relevant because they work a lot more effectively if they are. For example, if you have plumbing and HVAC-based keyword or HVAC-based backlinks linking to you, that's going to do a lot more for you than, let's say, Pizza Hut, because you don't slink pizzas for a living, and if you do, I'm making this video for the entirely wrong person. So we're going to look at your backlink portfolio, and we're going to compare it to your competitors. As you can see, they have a lot less backlinks, but they're getting a little bit more traffic in the areas because they're a lot more focused, right? So we're also going to look at the air treatment, and as you can see, they have a little bit more backlinks, and their traffic is through the roof. And these are the different things that you want to target because you're getting both of these. Like I said, most of their traffic is plumbing based. They're not ranking very high in a lot of HVAC based keywords, so that's why I use them as two separate examples. Now let's go ahead and take a look at some of those keywords real quick. So as you can see, every single keyword has their own search volume, right? And this is on average every single month. As you can see, they're also ranking for some things that they shouldn't be ranking for because it's not the right Greensboro, unless people in your area just don't know how to spell the name of their own city. That's none of my business though. So, but every single one of these has their own search volume. And the beauty of this is you don't have to limit yourself to just a few of these. You can rank for all of them. Plus, the ones in the surrounding areas you can actually rank for as well. And think about that for a second, what that could mean for you and your business if you had all of this in the terms of revenue and growth possibilities. Now let's go ahead and look at air treatment North Carolina's keywords. Same thing, HVAC Greensboro, North Carolina, on average 350 searches a month. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And they, like I said, not even including the other areas surrounding. But now we're going to go ahead and take a look at a Google search. And as you can see, I looked up HVAC Greensboro. Now the first section I can actually see you being here is the ad section. Now, one thing about ads is that if they're not made properly, they could become a serious money pit. And a lot of phones and computers even have ad blockers, which is another reason why organic ranking is so important. Now, this right here, though, this is an amazing tool, and it's called the Google Map Pack. Getting in top position here typically means 40 to 50% more call volume than top organic ranking alone, because most people find a business actually in here to fulfill their needs, because as you can see, it's the first thing that pops up. And I didn't just say search volume, I said call volume, actual calls, and it's a legitimate statistic that's backed by results. Now, what gets you ranked here is having a stronger and a larger citation profile. Competition. Now, a citation is your business's name, address, and phone number submitted word for word into directories such as Yelp and Yellow Pages. There are some other ranking factors here that include the quality of the citations and how powerful they are, the optimization of the Google My Business profile itself, the number of Google reviews and how you're rated on Google, but most importantly is how well you're ranking organically on a search. Now, even if you're not on the first page or in those top spots, it's going to be a little bit harder, but not impossible by any means, to rank in that top position with the right citation profile. And this by far is massive, because you could just add the giant cherry on top of whatever it is that you're doing by getting in that top position right there. And you don't have to pay for every single lead or every single click that comes to you. So just to recap what we went over, your content. Your front page needs to have about 1,500 words or more, depending on what your competitor has, with properly filled in buyer intent keywords that you're trying to rank and get traffic for. Your service pages should have about 500 to 750 words of the same strategy. Your backlink profile needs to be more relevant, more powerful, and more numerous than your competitor to show Google that you are the authority. And your citation profile that's going to get you right here in this amazing tool is you need to have about 200 to 300 of these to beat out your competitor by a landslide, or just substantially more than your top competitor. If they have 300, you're going to want 500, because as you know, in the game of business, the game is domination. And if you implemented all of these strategies today, you can become #1 on Google for your business and reap the rewards with a ton of new paying customers, more money, more growth, and more free. Peter, I hope you liked the video at least half as much as I enjoyed making it for you. Now, you could either go with this information I provided you today and do it on your own, and like I said, I'm totally cool with that. But if you want the most effective route, and you want to save yourself a lot of time and energy that could be going towards servicing these new customers, let's set up a time to chat. With that being said, Peter, have an amazing rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon.